Hey friends, welcome back to Onward. Today we got a pretty saucy episode coming up, so let's get right into it with a bit of a daily check-in. I hope you're all doing well. I know I certainly am. It is a fine Tuesday afternoon. I just got back from the gym, so I'm feeling a bit, got that adrenaline pump going, feeling a bit edgy, feeling a bit energized. Anyways, feeling good. But we're gonna do a bit of a weekly recap, so let's get into it. This week work ended. I was working as a day camp counselor, which was honestly pretty fun. I think I could go for another week, honestly. But these freaking gremlins the last week decided that they were gonna be ape shit, insane, crazy, and they're so adorable but so annoying. My goodness. Anyways, here are some lessons that I learned from my job. First of all, kids need to learn when to shut up. Oh my god, they never shut their little traps. They're way too curious. They're always asking questions. And, like, right now, I had 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, and they're at the age where they're getting a bit curious about cursing and, like, older kid things and such, you know? But gosh, they're annoying. And they keep asking questions like, what's 420? What's 69? And I'm like, do I want to explain this and get fired, or do I just want to lie to these kids and, like, still maybe get fired because they're gonna go home and say something? Guys, I didn't get fired, fortunately. But whatever. Also, I don't know what's in the water, and there's nothing. No, there is something wrong with this because, first of all, physical touch, personal space bubbles. Let's go back to kindergarten now. Let's reel it back. Let's reel it back in. These kids, these boys, are slapping each other's dicks. And, like, hard. They're going under tables and sneak attacking each other. It's evil. I feel like even in street fights, y'all wouldn't do this shit. It's sinister. Truly. Anyways, another thing that I'm beginning to learn is that money is in fact addictive. Don't worry about alcohol, don't worry about drugs, guys. The main addiction you should be worried about is indeed el dinero. Because now that I've experienced the luxury of receiving a paycheck, of having a bit more money deposited right into my account, I want to keep going. I have a little fire under my ass, and I get why these people that, like, get addicted to work, they're not addicted to work, they're addicted to money. Let's be real. I feel like I could go a few more weeks at my job, okay? Let me in! Let me in, bitch! Anyways, as I was saying, I'm getting a bit too comfy with my paycheck, and I haven't spent anything. I'm very proud of myself. I'm actually saving. Because I don't have anything right now that I want to buy. But in tips, I got some Amazon gift cards, so I'm about to get some back to school essentials. I want to get some of those Skims knockoff dupes, you know? I've never gotten Skims, I've never gotten a bodysuit, I've never gotten anything like that, but I feel like it'd be good to have for some back to school basics, you know? Gotta show up looking good, look good, feel good, you know what I'm saying? Feel good, look good. We'll get into that one later. Okay, something that I wanted to say because my boyfriend and that's right, I have a freaking boyfriend, hard launch. Anyways, we went to the Bronx Zoo. Well, actually, I'll backtrack because we had a nice weekend. So, my boyfriend moved to Connecticut. I don't know if I should beep that out. I'm not gonna, because I don't know where I live now. Okay, American again. So, I went to spend the weekend with him, which was really fun, honestly, and we had the house to ourselves. We watched Puss in Boots, an amazing movie, a great franchise. I love DreamWorks. They could do it for me every single time. But it was really nice. She has the cutest cat, and I really want a cat. I'm gonna get the same breed when I'm older, I swear. But yeah. We're also breaking up in like a month because he's going to college. But we're trying to make the most of our time. Whatever. It's fine. I'm not sad. You're sad. Who's crying? You? What? Not me. So what we did on Saturday was we went to the Bronx Zoo because we both love animals, and, shamelessly we send each other cat memes. They're funny. And I'll be the first to admit that, okay? I stand by this. They're good. They're cute. Who doesn't want to see a little fluffy cat in their feed once in a while? I do. With some random text saying, like, full of soup? Like, what cat's eating soup? Not mine, not his. That's for dang sure. I apologize to headphone users because I know that this just scratched. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Anyways, we went to the Bronx Zoo. We pull in. We're so excited to see the penguins and the giraffes and all the rhinos and everything. And if you want to talk to me about the morality of a zoo, go for it. Because shit, I contributed money to it and you can probably lecture me for a good solid 15-20 minutes about how I'm harming the world. But you know what? There was white rhinos there, and white rhinos are extinct anywhere else, so I think they're getting a much better treatment in the zoo than they are outside. Thank you. Back to what I was saying. We were pulling up in, and then they tell us, parking will be $20. First of all, I already paid for a ticket to get into the zoo. Now you're making me pay for parking? $20, you blood-sucking, money-hungry sons of guns? Are you kidding me? Rude. But my boyfriend and I panic a bit because he lost his wallet. And I didn't bring my wallet. So we ask, what about Apple Pay? And they say, oh, we take Apple Pay. Everywhere but for parking. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So we're a bit on edge, but we're not too worried. We devised a plan. We're going to go into the park, and we're going to get cash back. We're going to buy something and just ask for cash back. It's fine. We mosey on into the park. We start looking at the animals. We go to the birds section first. Why not? We're not thinking anything of it. We're strolling. It's a dandy, splendid old time, you know? We're enjoying ourselves. Take a ride on the bug carousel, do the coin machines, you know. Future nostalgia, getting all that shit in. But we go to the gift shop and we say, hey besties, we have a little bit of a predicament. You see, we're dumbasses and we both left our wallets at home. Can you help us so we're not stranded here and fed to the tigers? Thank you. And they say, so kindly, oh no, that sucks. Unfortunately, we don't do cash back. There's an ATM though. And I'm like, fuck, okay. I can go to the ATM. It's fine. But really, I just want to punch them. I'm so angry. I'm like, you can't make an exception for me, please. No, they can't make an exception for me. It's fine. I still feel loved. It's fine. So, I find an ATM. I'm like, I got Apple Pay. They take Apple Pay. Guess who doesn't have their debit card on their Apple Pay? Me. So we're down to our last decision. I've been holding on to this one. This one's been in my back pocket, but I haven't been wanting to propose it because, you know, I'm not I'm not one too down for social interaction with strangers. But I put on my big girl boots, my big girl pants, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go to a stranger. I'll Venmo them $20 if they give me a 20. So for 20 minutes, 20 vision. Okay, sorry. Cupid hit me with precision. I don't copyright me, Spotify. Thanks. Okay. So, chasing. This has gone on for way too long. This $20, and for 20 minutes, I'm going around and we're asking random people. We targeted the young couples because we thought that they would be the most forgiving, and we've got a bunch of like maybe slightly tipsy, like 30-year-olds. And they were chill, and they gave us $20, and they saved our day. And it was great, and we were able to leave. But also, I just want to say, on the topic of it being expensive, why was a water $8? What is essential to my life was $8? Are you kidding me? That shit was ridiculous. Continuing on. My new philosophy is just to blame everything on my period. That's right, I said it, no shame. My mood, what I eat, fluctuations in my body, because that's normal. that one is actually rightfully to be blamed on. I guess they all are, but seriously, like, it doesn't matter if I'm PMSing, because if it's 30 days before my period, you know what? Then I'm on my period, but it's still PMSing. So I can eat whatever I want. He. I can be a bitch. It's just my period. It's just my hormones acting up, guys. It's not me. I'm not the monster. Am I the drama? I'm not the drama. No. Never. Never ever. Your girlfriend do it good, I do it better. Guys, I sing a lot of songs and I don't even know if I know the right lyrics. I probably don't. But let's move into the main chunk of the podcast. Here's some advice. I have about 3 main topics today, but the first one that we're going to get into is hopping on ideas immediately when they come to you. This is so near and dear to my heart because I don't do this enough. I touched on this in the last episode a bit, but this podcast, had I hopped on it right away, would have been out a year ago. In fact, I did. I made a trailer and it did come out, and then I didn't hop on the idea again for a year. But we're back, bitches. Do I curse too much? I don't think I curse too. I don't know. As long as I don't speak this way in a job interview, I'm fine. I'm fine, right? Okay, so hopping on ideas right away. As soon as you get the creative juices flowing, set fire to the freaking rain, ignite that dynamite, explode, and let that baby fly. You're going to have an amazing idea because when you're passionate about something, that's when the best product comes about. That's when you're putting in most of your energy, you're most excited about it. So the quality of your finished work is just going to be better. You're also most likely to care about it, causing you to actually get it done productively. Right? Right. It's obvious, but we don't do it enough. So please, for my sake and yours, hop on ideas right away. The world would be a better place with your ideas. Truly. Another thing I want to talk about is when we lose people to boundaries. Ooh. Ultimately, a boundary is like a little fence, a little partition, a little wall that says, I'm uncomfortable. So, this means when you're debating if you want to set a boundary or not, do you want to be uncomfortable? Or do you want to let the other person be uncomfortable? And they're not automatically going to be uncomfortable by you setting a boundary. But if you're the one that's having the idea in the first place, you're already uncomfy. So I think it's pretty obvious that it's time for you to say something, no? And of course, you cannot control how the other person will react. However, more times than not, they're going to have a more positive reaction than we expect because we catastrophize a lot of situations on our head. It's true, we do it. Hate to break it to you. It's okay, I do it too. A great example of this from my life is I had a friend very near and dear to my heart who I've known for quite some time. However, given my situation, mental health wise, my journey with my eating disorder, I could no longer be friends with this person. They simply were triggering me. And yes, I'm responsible for my triggers. But I set a boundary and I said, hey, this makes me uncomfy. This was me trying to respond to my triggers, and I said that this makes me uncomfortable. Please don't talk about your struggle with me, or food with me, or X, Y, and Z with me. And they could not follow through on that. And this person also could not respect that I needed some time of my own to focus on my own issues. Because this person didn't have a lot of support at home, and so I felt myself that I needed to be there for them. I needed to be the parent or the one to step up the entire time and constantly be there for them. But that prevented me from being there for myself. It made my mental health go down, and I simply couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't give that great amount of time to this person as much as I wanted to, as much as I cared about them. It was hurting me and it was dragging me down. And so I decided that I had to take a step back. And when to this person, this was me not caring about them anymore and neglecting them, which I wasn't doing at all. I was simply taking a step or two backwards. I still checked in with them every day. I still called them. But I couldn't respond to their texts 24/7. that was not enough for a friendship with them. And so, for the sake of my mental health, because I couldn't have that weighing on me, I couldn't have this person always trying to pick fights, always trying to stir the pot, cause drama just because they were bored with me. And so I had to say goodbye. It's hard, but I think ultimately the happiness and freedom that you feel after makes any spark of pain, which you're unlikely to feel doing it anyways, worth it. I promise you. The next thing that I want to talk about a bit is how to handle hate. Now, hate comes in all forms. There's bullying, there's online hate, there's in person, there's people talking about you behind your back, there's you overhearing something at a party, glances, whatever it may be. If you're someone, especially with social anxiety, you're going to feel like you're hated a lot. Everyone feels like they're hated. Megan Fox feels insecure, for God's sakes. Like freaking Megan Fox, are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, I feel insecure and like, look at me. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I'm hot as shit. That's right. Anyways, handling hate. At my job recently, there was this person who actually hit on an insecurity that I've had my entire life, ever since I was young, and that was that this person said that I was, quote, too much. Too much? For you, maybe. But you know what? This person, in every sense of the word, was a shithead. They were a bigot. They were selfish. They were rude to the children. They almost got fired, for God's sakes. They were an idiot. And I disagreed with them and their decisions in every other aspect of life. However, when they said, Emily, you're too much, I gave them power. And I said, despite the 99.999 other times when I've disagreed with you and known you were wrong, this time you're right. This time you're right because I'm insecure about this. So I'm going to give you power. But that's not okay. Why do we give them more power in this case specifically? This has to do with trusting our own judgment. Whether we think an outfit looks good, whether we're deciding to follow a trend, whether we think Barbie or Oppenheimer was better, it doesn't matter. You have to learn to trust your own judgment. Your judgment has gotten you this far in life. That's pretty dang impressive. Why now are you assuming that someone's judgment is better than yours? It's not. It's not. People disagree all the time. Simon Cowell and Brie on, America's Got Talent disagree, or American Idol. They're not wrong. It's an opinion. And two opinions can exist at once. Two opinions can both be right at once because it's an opinion. Alright? It's not a fact. You can think that you look hot as shit. Someone else can disagree. Doesn't mean you're wrong. If you're feeling yourself, why are you going to let someone else tell you that you shouldn't? Why are you going to let someone else shoot you down? Don't do that. Have a backbone. Come on. Have a backbone. Love you. My final topic for today is battling perfectionism. Now, if you're anything like me, you are quite the perfectionist. And this is okay. It's something we all need to work on. And the first way that we work on this is by not setting our expectations too high. Hi! Hi, yes, you in the mirror. I'm talking to you. Yes, you listener. Yes, you, sweetie, I'm talking to you. Stop setting your expectations too high because you're only going to give yourself disappointment. It's not to say that you are not capable. You are capable. But you're giving yourself an unrealistic standard. You cannot always get A pluses in school. You're simply going to burn yourself out. You're going to drive yourself crazy. And if you set such a high standard, the room for failure is so teeny, teeny, teeny weeny that it's so easy to fail. You hate failure if you're a perfectionist, so why are you making it so easy for yourself to fail? Make it easy for yourself. Lower your expectations. Another thing I want to talk about with perfectionism is the idea of success and how we perceive success. I like to separate success into two categories. Physical success, which is the 100 on your paper. It's that A+ on your report card. It's those 3 goals that you scored in the game and the trophy you won after. And then there's mental success, which is how did I feel getting here and how do I feel after? Did I tear myself down and tear myself apart to do so to the point that it hurt my health, mentally or physically? Or am I okay and I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet here? Because if you don't have a mental success, you're not going to be able to maintain your physical successes. Mental success is much more important than the physical one, because with time, physical success can come, but mental has to come from within. Next, stop spreading yourself too thin. Don't spread your expectations too high, and don't spread yourself too thin. As you do so, it can be so exciting to have all these new ideas. I totally get it, and I'm a number one victim of this, right? I'm so eager to hop on all these new ideas that I actually end up abandoning certain ideas, or the quality goes down overall, and I just disappoint myself a bit. So if you want the quality of something to actually be good, you have to put the time in to make it good. If you're studying for 50 different things, you can't expect to get 100 on each of those tests, maybe an 80, but you're going to be disappointed, and then you're going to hate yourself, and it's not good. It's not fair to yourself. Within this, there's a really big self-sabotage mindset. I think a lot of times we say, we're going to fail. Fuck, I'm going to fail. No. I don't know it. If you keep this or a fixed mindset, you're holding yourself back. Now, a fixed mindset is this stuck mindset, or this mindset of, I can't do this, I'll never be able to do this. If we do this, we're holding ourselves back from ever trying, from ever succeeding. For example, I've always wanted to be an artist. I've always wanted to draw. I've always wanted to paint. However, I've never let myself because I'm scared that it's not going to look the way I want it to. And you know what? It's not going to look the way I want it to because I'm not there yet. I'm not a drawer. I'm not a painter. But if I started 8 years ago when I had this desire, I would be by now. If you started running a month ago, by now you'd be running 4 miles. But no, you can't even do 1. Ha! Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. What? Seriously, though, we gotta stop sabotaging ourselves. This means both not being a perfectionist, but also trusting yourself and saying that I can do this and giving yourself a bit of credit. You guys deserve that, I promise you. I love you dearly, and I hope you have an amazing week. Segueing out of this to the outro, I hope you're all doing really well, and I hope that something I said today could resonate with someone out there and give you guys a bit of a better week. We'll have a great episode coming for you in 2 weeks, so don't forget to tune back into Onward with Emily Lerberger. I love you all. Goodbye. Bye.